Yo! What's going on, guys? It's your boy Rehab, and this weekend's the first weekend of the Black Ops 4 beta. Woohoo! Contrary to popular opinion, I have very mixed feelings about the game based on the beta. I want to preface this by stating, I understand this is a beta, that some things that I talk about could or will be fixed by release, and I'm open to the fact that this is not the final product. I also want to state that there's about 24 hours left in the first weekend of the beta, so I guess they could still put out a patch, to help with some of the issues. But if the patch that they put out is anything like the first one, it's not going to help with anything. But anyways, betas, in the current day and age are much more of a network stress test than a beta. Where the product for the most part is what it is and the developer is kind of just working on optimizing the game rather than still adding and taken out features. That being said, the game certainly gets a pass for its connection issues. It almost isn't worth mentioning, as optimizing the connectivity is surely one of the biggest reasons to have a beta. I'm sure that Treyarch will work these issues out, as there's no way they can afford to repeat the World War II release night catastrophe. However, it's extremely frustrating when you want to play and you constantly have to deal with this, and this.
What the fuck?
The thing is that this is most people's first time getting their hands on Black Ops 4. Unless you're a Call of Duty influencer or pro player, you haven't had a chance to play yet and you're eager to check it out. The poor connectivity definitely leaves a sour taste in your mouth. And for people like me who have not pre-ordered the game but actually got a beta code through having Xfinity Internet, this beta is what's going to either sell me the game or be the reason I pass on it. The next issue and my biggest gripe is the frame rate issues, man. Again, I understand that this is a beta and by release Treyarch should have the game maintaining 60 FPS. But with all the rumors behind the tough development cycle, having to cut the campaign since it wouldn't be done in time, and throwing in a Battle Royale mode last minute, it's possible that the crunch may just be too much to handle, and the frame rate could be something that has to be fixed post-release. And this is just unacceptable. There are times where it seems like I could get a better frame rate on an Xbox backwards compatible game that's only supposed to run at 30 FPS. I mean, it's like trying to walk through a hoarder's house with a goddamn strobe light on. It just feels so clunky at times and can really hinder your ability to aim. Treyarch has acknowledged this issue and supposedly the first beta patch was supposed to help, but I did not see any boost in performance. Apparently players with a PS4 Pro haven't had any frame rate issues, good for them. However, owning a PS4 Pro should not be a requirement just to have a game run correctly. What really concerns me is that if there's frame rate issues in normal 5v5 or 6v6 Call of Duty, how's Blackout, Call of Duty's new Battle Royale mode, going to run? This mode's going to be rumored at least 50 players up to 100 players. This mode is one of Treyarch's biggest selling points, so I'm really curious to see how it runs in the upcoming September beta. Another minor inconvenience is that when you're ADS and try to go prone, commonly known as drop shotting, your player will put his hand up in a sort of crawling animation and is unable to shoot. This was an issue for me because I have a terrible habit of drop shotting as a panic move kinda when I get into gunfights, and the amount of times I died because I tried drop shotting is insane. Obviously this isn't a huge deal, it's something I just gotta, figure out. But it's definitely something that caused me a lot of anger. Now this next complaint is about the core gameplay in Black Ops 4, and I'm really curious how you guys feel about this, so please leave your comments down below and share your opinion. I honestly just don't like the idea of choosing a character and having specific ability or abilities, that you just earn over time. I was never a fan of specialists in Black Ops 3 or Infinite Warfare, and I think I just don't like the complexity it adds to the game. I don't know if it's laziness or what, but when I loaded the beta up for the first time, I just felt the dread of having to figure out what to do, what each ability does, and how to use it. I understand how it requires more tactics, being able to use the ability at the right time and to counter other teams' abilities, and that may be great from a competitive standpoint. But Call of Duty has always been a simple, casual, run-and-gun shooter that I can hang out in a party with some friends, you know, pub stomp some 12-year-olds. I just want simplicity out of Call of Duty. I also understand that a huge criticism of COD is that the game is exactly the same every year. You know, they don't innovate, they need to change it up. And, you know, they tried jetpacks for a few years and the community gave them a lot of shit. And this is kind of just the next step in trying to revamp COD while keeping boots on the ground. Honestly, I'm just not into it. I'm really curious if you guys feel the same way. And I don't even really have a solution for them, you know? I agree that COD it wears you down. It's very, very repetitive. It's similar every year, but I just don't like this direction. I'm not a fan. I feel like it's trying to be too much like Siege. There's just a lot that goes into it, and it's not the Call of Duty that I want to play. So what are your guys' thoughts on the beta? Are you more excited than ever, or are you canceling your pre-order? Personally, I need to play the Blackout beta before making a decision, but it's a pass from me right now. Let me know down in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and consider checking out another one. There's a couple on the screen right now. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you later.